Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to our panel. I know you probably had a lot of fun last night, so I really appreciate the effort coming here, listening to us. So I guess we should get it started. Do you guys want to talk about yourself before we start? Like introduce yourself a little bit. I will start. I'm Maria. I'm the CEO of Interstellar Digital PR and marketing agency, and we help to promote many NFT collections and NFT infrastructure projects like Min.io or Recure, and that's why I'm on this panel. And yeah.
Hello everybody. My name is Sedat, and I have been helping like communities, like NFT projects to build communities. I've done like 3 or 4 projects or like sold out projects, community management, and also like I have an AI agency, creative agency. So we help like companies to have built their own like projects and like designs and like put it on Web3. Yeah, so nice to be here.
My name is Su-Zeong Fröhlich. I'm from Germany, and you can call me Zui. And I started Germany's first NFT project for Black indigenous people of color and founded a Web3 consultancy called Fox and Happy Blocks. And we are launching our NFTs next week at Bright Moments Gallery in Berlin. And I'm super excited because we have this launch upon us. And yeah, this panel hits right into the right timing. So yeah, excited about the panel now.
Hi, they told me I'm not allowed to yell, I have to use a mic. I am an art educator, so I'm used to yelling out pretty loud. My name is Fahmi, and I'm also a practicing artist, and NFTs are new. Should I just yell it out? Can you all hear me? Okay, I'm better this way. Is that all right? Okay. So my name is Fahmi, I'm an art educator. Mike and I don't work alone. There must be something behind somebody named Mike in my life. Anyway, I'm new to NFT, and a lot of things what I do is as a practicing artist, and because I've got so much gray hair, I talk to a lot of new artists and leadership and what to do and what not. That's my get into the NFT world. Other than that, I'm a printmaker and an art educator. Sometimes loudmouth, disruptor too sometimes. I'll be quiet now. Yours.
Thank you. So let's start with the questions. My first question is, what's in your opinion it takes to sell out NFT collection? I know, like, for example, you said that had some experience with that. You sold out some collection, World Cup NFTs, for example, yeah.
So basically, I think what is most important is that like you need to be well connected with the people that you have like maybe sales or like creating the community. So like last month, like when we guys met, actually we had a drop happening in like Dubai, and what we really was nice to actually like we have like I don't know 1,000 sales or something like that, and when we open like a Twitter space or any like an event, we got to know like when I met them, I was just like knew them like personally. We were talking like personal stuff, like how you been and stuff like that, and this actually felt like the real community that we were having. So it is really hard thing to do because it's like 1,000 people, but as you get to know the people, you kind of like find the like common things that you guys into, and like you guys like have like connection. And the other thing that I think like most importantly for brands, that you like the art or the design that you have should really have the interaction with the whole community. So when we like tackle with a design or something like that, we try to make sure that we integrate each our community member into the artwork itself, so that they can have a sense of like ownership to not just with the NFT but the art itself. So I think that's one of the important things that should be done.
Yes, for me and for the NFT project, which we launch next week by the name, it's called Visibler, we target groups that are underrepresented and always encountered difficulties to access, like accessing new technology. People don't have a lot of resources, and I not only mean financial resources, but like they are like, times are already super difficult. Why would you spend time with a technology where you don't immediately understand the value? So a lot of community work needs to be done, not only for us who started a project, but like, how can you keep people engaged in an area which is new to you, foreign? You have to invest time in it, maybe money, because eventually you want to sell NFTs. And for instance, our community or people we are addressing, they don't have the time because they are working 3 jobs because they have to pay their rent, or yes, they don't have money. So this is really, really challenging, and still today we don't know what to do. So I think on an individual level, there is, that's my experience, and I'm super curious what everyone else is thinking, but on an individual level, your possibilities are not as big as the responsibility society would have. So we have to address on a higher level, like the regulatory institutions as well. And I'm missing that kind of discussion. So yeah, so in the end, how can we, like everyone is talking about onboarding and nothing, like the narrative in the Web3 space, and I've been in there for the past 3 years now, it didn't really change. So yeah, I'm at a point where I feel stuck, especially with the launch coming up next week. And what we did, and this will be my last sentence, so we narrowed down our collection to only 35 individually hand-painted digital oil paintings, and 20s were given for free to BIPOC Web3 supporters in the German-speaking area. Another 15 will be for sale, and we'll keep it affordable so everyone can join.
So I think for me, my only experience I have had and what I've seen around is I'm with a project called Dragon Forge. And one of the things, it is an animation studio that's going to become in the future, and there's a lot of story writing, but the thing I've learned, meeting through this project and through the other projects out there with the larger project, is that be ready to pivot. You have to be ready to pivot, no matter what. And I know, especially as a teacher, when the word pivot, we hated it because that was all the time during COVID, but it is so true. And relationship is staying that authenticity in your relationship of creating your community, if you believe in that passion of what you do and how you do it. If you don't know what you're doing, it's okay, because that's what I think a lot of, like we sort of said, that we are quite a bit of times is we are learning from observing the others. Do observe. So for me, I think those things help in making projects successful. From my lay woman person's point of view, I'm making it short.
Thank you. My next question is, what channels do you think should be used for NFT promotion in your experience? Because in my experience, for example, Discord communities work, promotion with the influencers work. What works in your experience?
So like what really worked for me is that like these like marketing like NFTs and stuff, I don't think that's just like a new thing. We just like change the words or like the platforms. Like as like if you need to like sell a product, you need to actually have an interaction with your customers. So that's like what has been up to like in every product itself. So it's like it doesn't matter. It is like really like a thing like Discord, like Twitter and stuff like that. That's been used by like all NFT communities. Like they have their own Discord. They like build their like I don't know like bots and like they're like moderators and stuff like that. But what I saw is that one of the most important things is that and the community itself, they are actually waiting for like a physical appearance or like physical like exposure. So no matter like how much we want to be on the Web3, this digital, how we sell it and stuff like that, we're on Discord 24/7. What I saw with the communities that I've leaded, that they wanted to have the physical appearance as well, physical exposure as well. So I think like one of the important things is to have that kind of like an interaction with like physical, like NFT New York or something else, like to be in order to have a good interaction with the people. And I think another thing is important is that it is really good to actually tell about why people should be using these technologies, and actually like, because like no matter what, the community is still really like a fragile, it's like really small and just like decreases and like fluctuates all the time. So in order to get it like going, like we need to like actually convince more people to be using these technologies, because it is like benefits both sides. So I think that is like one of the things, like physically just like interact with them. Like yesterday we had this community gathering in MoMA, so it was nice to see people like face to face. We were talking in like our Discord usernames, but like it was nice, so like people liked it a lot. So yeah.
So anonymous NFT projects, they do not stand a chance. Like the founders are anonymous, and like it won't work out.
Like sometimes I don't really understand like how they make it sell, because like just one influencer posts it out and sells, just like in the real world, like Instagram influencer just posts a photo, or like Elon Musk just like pops up like a flamethrower and just sells out automatically. So I don't really understand the dynamics there that much, but like some of them has like connections to influencers, and they can like, it's been like that for like ages for marketing. So I don't think it's just like...
But we all know what happened to those kind of collections with NFTs. There was this hype, they increased in value rapidly, and then everything broke down. And the question is, do we want that or something more long-term?
But I think this phenomenon has been like asked to everything. So
Yeah,
there is a hype, like say
Doesn't
like...
stop with NFTs.
Yeah, that's just like, let's say like Nikes are really popular this year, and like resales and stuff like that, but I don't know, next year something else will be like an hype, and everybody's gonna be buying those things. So so this is just like, I think like everybody will still look into like having like influencers more, because everybody wants to have like a quick sell.
Yes.
The community is like mostly based on that, but people who work for like a long term, it will work for them all the time. It's work like that in the whole fluctuations in the, I think, market. So yeah.
As for us, because you asked what channel we use, so of course, so I started Web3 with Discord as well. You have to, but then everyone is thinking about onboarding the masses. You cannot come with Discord and tutor everyone. So of course, the classic social media channels, and my I had an amazing experience when I wanted to conduct a blockchain workshop for kids. We did in Berlin, and last month in Los Angeles during Youth Summit at Outer Edge LA. And when we wanted to invite people to the blockchain workshop in Berlin, we wanted to target the Turkish and Arab community, which is really big in Berlin. And everyone has a smartphone, everyone has access to internet, but everyone is very reluctant to new technology. So what we did is, we first started with email, it didn't work out. And we already thought, oh my God, we already took a huge step back using email. So what we did is we had to print flyers and go to all the cafes. We went to family centers, to kindergarten, to the daycare, and we actually talked to people, to families, to children, and they eventually came. So really it depends on who you want to have in your community, definitely. And this is really special, I know, and very specific case. But in our consultancy, we consult small Web2 business owners. One is, for instance, selling coffee from Ecuador in Germany, and their customers are also not in Web3. Web3. So what do? You have to, everyone is thinking of Web3, let's look forward. In fact, you have to look back and like reach out to people who are not able to tap into Web3 on their own. So I'm like, okay, how can we change the audience we're talking to? I mean, I heard something really weird. There are more speakers at NFT.NYC than visitors. And this shouldn't be like this. It's, where are the people who are not into Web3 yet, right? Why aren't these people here? And we are in an echo chamber, and nothing changed in the past 3 years. I'm being super pessimistic right now, but I'm doing this because we are talking about a disruptive technological and cultural movement. But we need to step outside of our own box and systems, and apparently it's not that easy.
Yeah,
Because there is no box, in my opinion, because we just have to do it. The advocacy part is very important. And when you bring about a Web3 information, I mean, it's not, even though a lot of people explain, like, it's just like your phone getting updated. But you have to keep the connection with the Web2 and the Web3. You can't just shove it down anybody's throat. And I love it what you said, that, you know, yes, we do need to have more people. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You were going to say something. Go ahead.
No, please.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
I'm also, there's a clock thingy here, by the way, people, so that makes me go like, ugh, okay. So I'm trying not to look at that. So I'm trying to respect the time. So, but what you said about telling people the why, it's like going to a doctor's office. You can wait there for an hour. If they don't tell you why, your heartbeat keeps going up and up and up because you're getting anxious to meet the doctor. A nurse just comes out and say, he'll be with you in just a moment. You're still waiting the same amount of time, but trust me, you calm down. It's because you say the why. That's a communication thing. So marketing is not just how when I sell it and it's gone tomorrow. It was great today. You pay an influencer, and okay, you pay bukus of money, but then really, what's your why? Why are you marketing it? Who are you marketing it to? Web2 people? The people who have no idea what the heck you're talking about? Well, bloody hell, then, you know, let's go back and visit it. It's okay. And anything goes, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I think you should have a different approach. Like you should like recognize your targeted audience and then promote your NFT collection differently. And we talked a lot about influencers before, and my next question is like, what it takes, in your opinion, to become an influencer in the community? What it takes to become an opinion leader in the community?
So I want to just like add something like we were talking previously. So when we like talk about Web3, like we said, there's an art of like communication. So everybody else needs to have a different idea and like different approach to talk to. So like we should take them as like tackle them individually and like talk to them individually. So like a person coming from like a different background can use Web3 or NFTs, like let's say a coffee shop owner. So he can actually use an NFT in his system, but you need to actually have the art of communication for it. So and for the influencers part, so like the influencers that has been like here, like right now, let's say like Refik, like he was my professor before, so like he's an actual influencer and he's been doing this for like 15 years, and I've seen his first work in like Istanbul, and like he was not actually started to become an influencer. So he had an idea, and that idea was not actually, nobody actually believed it when he first did it. Like no one actually paid him to do something. So he was like paying from out of his pocket to have the screens in a room. And I don't see these people as like the influencers that we're talking right now, and the quote unquote, but they are actually like make that leap for us in order to like, we understand it more, and they were like actually they were like waiting for us like to understand, because I didn't understand 15 years ago, 10 years ago. So they were actually kind of like mastering their communication skills to talk about these stuff.
Yeah, but what if you don't have the money to pay for your own screens initially? What then? So this is the core question. Of course, it's really, and I know Rafiq as well, so I highly respect him. But what if you have the great idea, just like Rafiq, but you don't have the money for the screens?
Yes,
So
yes.
how
So
do we
Guys,
solve this?
we are running out of time, so please be quick.
So like artists, I think like they find a way. Like before I became like an artist I did a lot of things outside the work. I had to like save money. That's the sacrifice that you see in the histories of like artists, great artists. Like I don't know, Picasso didn't make a sale and like he died, and like
That's where it comes to.
Yeah.
When you're trying to, you don't have the money because nobody starts with a lot of because of money. You're lucky if you get that way. It's what you're doing, your passion, and you find the same like-minded, or as one of my friends says, like-passioned. You get those kind of people to work with you, and they will. The project I work with, we've got we've got a whole group. Nobody's paid. We've been with them for 2 years. Nobody's been paid. But everybody's working because they believe in that particular project. Again, why are you doing the project, and who's your audience?
So yeah, I think we ran out of time, and like the core takeaways from how to become the opinion leader would be have money or have passion and really believe in what you do. Yeah, and thank you so much for coming to our panel. I hope you got some insights on how to promote the NFTs, and yay, we grow the community.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.